Okay, so the Orioles go down to Miami. They take 2 out of 3 from the Marlins. They score 19 runs in the process. And you would think after that disastrous series in New York, everything would be feeling a lot better after that, right? Not so fast. And it's all because of the way that game ended last night. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, runner on second for the Marlins. Kobe Mayo at third base kind of gets caught in between on a chopper hit off the end of the bat. He bobbles the ball, but stays in front of it, then rushes the throw to first base. It gets by Pete Alonso, and the Orioles go home, walk-off losers on a throwing error. And I think the way they lost that game is just so emblematic of one of the major things that frustrates fans like you who watch this team night in and night out. It's the lack of fundamentals in the field. This is just not a very good defensive team right now. There's a stat I really like called OAA, outs above average. It measures a team's defense, and the Orioles are 25th out of 30 in Major League Baseball in that stat. Now, the other big question coming off of that game is what are the Orioles going to do at third base for the rest of the season, especially because earlier this week we got news that Jordan Westburg was shut down after feeling discomfort in his injured elbow. And look, at this point, I don't know how you can expect Jordan Westburg to come back and play third base at any point this season. But what do you do at that position now? Because Kobe Mayo has struggled there, right? And he is a young prospect. He's still only 24. We saw the potential at the plate last season. Last September, he had a monster month. OPS over 900, 5 home runs. But let's remember, he was largely playing first base because that was the decision the organization had made. For a guy who would come up through the minor league system playing a lot of third base, they decided his future was at first base. And he's been put in a really hard position having to go out there night in and night out at third base. He's struggling at the plate, batting just 167 on the season. And the Orioles are in a tough position. Kobe Mayo's in a tough position. The other alternative there, Blaze Alexander, he hasn't been a superstar at the plate either, batting 232 on the year with an OPS under 600. So the Orioles have some major questions about what to do at that position. So the Orioles went down to Miami, and they largely did what they needed to do coming off a really bad series. They got 2 wins, they got the series, but they come home, and you still feel like there are so many questions this team has to answer before you can really feel confident they can turn this thing around.